What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Knockout Rituals. We got very good news going on today that we got to discuss real quick, man. It's about the Charlo and Terrence Crawford fight. It could be happening sooner than what we think, guys. If you're new to the channel and you haven't already, go ahead, hit the sub button, man. But basically, Stephen Espinoza, who is the president of Showtime Sports, said in an interview the other day, the fight could happen as soon as January or February. That means literally right after the Canelo fight, Jermell could have a short layoff and then just get right back into training for the Terrence Crawford fight. Now, this is from Stephen Espinoza, all right? So he knows what he's talking about. He said we could have it in the first quarter of 2024. If not the first quarter, it could happen in the second quarter. So it's not really that far off. That is good news right there. So if you like me, and that's the main fight that you're waiting on, you might not have to wait that long. And some other good news that he dropped. He said that the Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford rematch is almost, well, I wouldn't say that he was saying that it's a guarantee, but he said that Spence is still adamant about wanting the rematch. Very, very adamant about it. He's still going on about it. He really wants to fight Bud again. True gladiator, true warrior, like we knew he already was. But he did say it's people in Errol Spence's camp that are advising him not to do so. And they have concerns for his health after the beating that he took in the first fight. He wouldn't go into details as to who, but he just said some people in his camp, some people that are a part of his team, don't want him to take the rematch. Others don't mind. Spence himself really wants to fight. Now, he said that could happen in December. Now, if that fight happens in December, obviously the Jermell and Terrence Crawford fight can't happen in January. And it won't be able to happen in February. So that fight will be pushed back a little bit. But both fights have a high possibility of happening soon. So we're either going to get the Spence Crawford rematch real soon, or if not, we'll probably get the Jermell Crawford fight. One or the other. I don't really care about seeing the rematch with Spence and Bud. I don't want to see that. The first fight was too one-sided. I don't think nobody really cares about that fight, honestly. The fight that I want is the Charlo Crawford fight. That's it, man. That's it. Canelo and Crawford, that's cool. I'm not really worried about that. You know what I'm saying? That fight don't really... I mean, if Charlo loses, he still gets to keep his other 3 belts at 154. You know what I'm saying? If Canelo loses, it don't matter because his legacy is already cemented. But Charlo and Crawford, that fight is personal. You feel me? It might not be personal for Charlo, but it's personal for Bud. And I want to see that. The man had a lot of respect for Errol. A lot of love for Errol. He told Errol he loved him. He gave him a hug after the fight. He said nothing but positive stuff to him. And you saw how he did him. I want to see how he does Charlo, a man who he hates. Right? There's no love there at all. But anyways, man, yeah, that was straight from the mouth, straight from the horse's mouth. Mr. Espinoza, that's what he had to say. He went on and spoke about some other stuff too, but those are the main things I want to touch on. However, even though he said that the Jermell Charlo Terrence Crawford fight could be happening in the first quarter, Jermell has some conflicting information. You know what I'm saying? I'll get into that in another video. I want to keep this video brief, but whenever Charlo is asked about Crawford, he starts stuttering and he starts saying things that contradict what he said before. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm hoping the fight happens, but it kind of seems like Charlo don't really want to fight. If you listen to his 3 interviews that he did the other day, you know what I'm saying? One was on Sway's show, Sway's podcast. One was on The Breakfast Club. And then the other was immediately after the first face-off with Canelo. So, I mean, I don't know. Anyways, man, like I said, if you're new to the channel, hit the sub button. I'm going to keep dropping this content, man. This is Knockout Rituals, and I love y'all. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Peace.